we're in here, he's over there. So I was there, I was in the building. I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that, right?
Rewind, Recap, Relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.
I was at Survivor Series. There was the buzz around around Chicago the entire week was, is CM Punk going to return? And it was either met with like this hopeful optimism of like, yeah, man, I think he might. Or on the other side, it was like, no way, man, I don't think so. And what was really funny, and I don't know if it picked up on this on TV, but that arena was so loud. What was funny is when the CM Punk chants did start, they were immediately met with boos. So it'd be like, CM Punk, CM boo. And they were almost like equally loud. And I was like, oh, wow. That's so interesting. Then when he did come back, it was just cheers from everybody.
Right. Oh, no, and you're a mind reader, Chris. That was my next question. I know you were lucky enough to be there. The biggest return that I've probably ever seen watching wrestling, CM Punk back. And I did see on TV, I was indoctrinating my little brothers who've really never watched wrestling. And that to them was like mind blowing, that loud and that much of reception. They were like, why are you so excited? Like I moved chairs to get closer to TV and everything. But I'm curious, what was it like being in the arena? You mentioned the boos, but when he did come out, I mean, was that just the most deafening pop you've ever heard live?
Look, the thing about that is wrestling gives us these moments that are like the, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening moments. And that's one of them. And if we just think about this, doesn't matter what company you are particularly a fan of, think about this, whether you love CM Punk or you hate CM Punk, two of the biggest returns in the history of wrestling have happened in the last 2.5 years. And they've both happened with one person, CM Punk, in two different companies. That will never happen any other time in, well, I don't think, I mean, probably not in our lifetimes. Like that is absolutely wild. And I love the way the WWE handled it. Like they totally faked us out, putting the copyright up on the screen. And his music hits. And I love how there was no commentary. There were no shots to anybody in the ring, like no reaction shots of like, what does this person think? What does this person think? It was just CM Punk and the audience and just natural sound of the crowd. And the moment just like lived on. That was so cool. I hate to admit this. I was at Survivor Series. I was in Chicago. I was inside the Allstate Arena. But you might have noticed I was covering the press conference. And the way that the WWE press conferences work is as soon as the final match ends, they take everybody up, they wrangle them up, and they put them in the press room. So it was like 1, 2, 3 on the War Games match. And then we all got corralled into the press room. So 1, 2, 3, we're all going as quickly as we can into the press room. We're all sitting there grabbing our seats. Oh, that's a pretty good show tonight. Randy Orton's back. Can you believe it? And somebody in the back of the room goes, I can't believe he's here. I can't believe he's here. And I thought maybe they were talking about like a friend of theirs that they hadn't seen all night. And they're like, dude, CM Punk's here. And I'm like, what? So we all crowd around this tiny little monitor that's on the floor of the press room. And we're like, he's there. He's right there. And he's 200 feet that way in the arena, but we're in here. He's over there. So I was there. I was in the building. I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that, right?
That is a wild story.
And this is no fault of WWE.
No,
like
of course.
The WWE PR people had no idea this was going to happen. This is the protocol. You know, they want to get the press conference started as quickly as they can. But yeah, I was there for it, but I wasn't really there for it.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because that was a big, like, as I'm watching, and of course I heard the rumors leading up, you know, is CM Punk going to come back? I was thinking about that press conference when that logo came up and said it, press conference immediately following. I'm like, oh, they're probably all already there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where it happens or whatever, but that did cross my mind. Oh, he's not coming back. And then I'm so sorry, Chris.
Look, I was still there and I was part of the press conference, which was so cool. About 2-3 minutes later, as the fans started filing out of the arena, we heard the CM Punk, very loud chants that were not met with boos at that point in time.
Good.
That was so cool. And then a few minutes later, Triple H came out and he was like, I don't know if you watched the press conference, but it was funny. He's like, well, we got to talk about the big return. R-Truth is back.
Yes. Which was also a fantastic return. I mean, I never think I've seen a return done quite like that, coming up from the floor, but it was cool to see him back. It was.
Coming up from a floor in a sponsored Ruffles segment. I've never seen that either.
Rewind, Recap, Relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.